Hello everybody, Jurassic Productions here, and today, we're going to be doing a video that I've wanted to do for quite some time now, and, I finally decided to do. So we're in a very different setup today. This is actually upstairs. Now, I was going to originally do the in-depth review, up here, but I decided not to. So I decided to do it here, and, yeah, it's a pretty good place to do this. So, yeah, but, I just figured out at how good my camera is, picking up, like, the painting and detail. I mean, it's obviously in person, it's, like, a lot darker than this. On the camera, it's, like, you know, like a beigey brown, but, in reality, it's, like, sort of like a dark orangey, kind of. Like a browny orange. It's got like a hint of orange to it, but it's mainly brown, and it's got like this wash over it, which you can actually really see, but it's a lot darker in person. Yeah, so anyway, today we are going to be well, not taking a look at the past, but talking about the past and what the future has brought to it. Today we're going to be taking a look at the history of the mini dinosaurs. So, it all started in 1993, or 1992, probably even, when the Jurassic hype was bigger than ever, and Topps decided to make candy eggs with little mini dinosaurs inside. So, this started at the very first movie, and continued all the way to the latest movie, and it'll probably continue to the very last one. We have to start somewhere. So, in 1993, they only consisted of, I think, like, maybe 4 or 5 different dinosaurs. It was the T-Rex, I believe it was the Dilophosaurus, there's a Brachiosaurus too, I think, and, maybe like, yeah, Velociraptor, I think. There probably were more, but I can't remember them. And, they were pretty bad quality, but, you know, you were getting, like, candy and everything, and you had, like, this little egg, you know, so it didn't really matter. It was, like, just a little cheap thing. And, back then, they were super cheap. I think that, in America, I believe that at the time they might have been like 50 cents for one of them. So you could have bought a ton of them, and you would have only been paying like $5. You could have bought like 10 of them, and you only paid $5. But you know, they had like those Army Men plastic like stand things molded into them. So yeah, they're pretty bad. I mean, they're pretty standard paint jobs, to be honest. You know, like they're just sort of standard. You know, but they came with like little hard candies and stuff, so it didn't really matter. Jump to 1997. We had the Lost World candy eggs, which had like twisty bottoms on the bottom, and they had like little glow in the dark skeletons that you would put together, and I have had stuff similar to that, and not gonna lie, for a kid, it's so fun. I think that I got like, I think it was like Burger King's, and it was like Burger King, and it was like some like Discovery Center toy thing, and it was like the skeletons and stuff, and I think I got like a whale skeleton or something, and it glowed in the dark, and I thought it was so cool. Yeah, so in 1997 they had those. I don't know what the dinosaurs consisted of because I haven't really seen them that much. I've only seen one of the skeletons, and that was a Triceratops. I can only guess that they had a T-Rex and probably Velociraptor. I can't think of, you know, like, any other ones. So that was pretty much it for that. I mean, they still came with the candy too. They also came with the candy, just like from the first one. and jump to 2001 with the Jurassic Park 3 ones. Now, personally, for me, I think that Jurassic Park 3 was the golden age of the mini dinosaurs, because those Jurassic Park 3 candy eggs were looked so good. I wish I had tons of them. But they had like the coolest paint jobs. Now, they didn't come in like different variations, like how the Jurassic World ones did. But I don't really care for that, you know. I don't really care if they have different variations of colors. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I mean, maybe for a kid, it's like, yeah, I could have my favorite colored T-Rex. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that really matters. But I do know what lots of them of those dinosaurs were. It consisted of a really good-looking T-Rex, a Spinosaurus, which didn't really look a whole lot like how it did in the movie. It looked kind of like just standard Spinosaurus, but it looked pretty cool even then. Male Velociraptor and the female Velociraptor, which is super cool. A Pteranodon, and I forget the other ones. I think that, yeah, there was a Brachiosaurus too, and there were probably more, but I think that those were the only ones that I saw. And they were really good, and really cool paint jobs. That was really cool, and they also came with the candy as well. And you know, it was like, those were probably the best candy eggs, I have to say. Those are definitely probably had to be my favorite ones. Sure, Jurassic Park 3 is my favorite movie at the franchise, but you know, it's still not a bad movie. I mean, considering the other movies in the franchise, yeah, it's not as good as the other ones. That's definitely like the worst one out of all of them. But like compared to other movies, it's actually pretty good. And that was the first Jurassic Park movie that I ever watched. If I'm going off my grandma's word, that was the first movie that I ever watched of them. So you know, it was pretty good. You know, my favorite dinosaur back then was Spinosaurus. And I don't think that now it still holds its ring, but it's definitely still pretty high up there. You know, they were so much better than the toys that Hasbro made. So, jump way farther into 2015 with the Jurassic World. And this is where it took a big downfall. Now, I do have some of them. I only bought one, and one of the kids in my class, he brought like that like 25 pack. He bought like that 15 pack of them, and he brought them all to school. And he had like that Spinosaurus with the like gold like paint job on it. And like everybody on eBay thought that it was like super rare. And I asked him if I could have it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can have it." I asked him if I could have the Indominus Rex, and he asked me if I would pay like $10 for it, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." But yeah. So this was where it got terrible. Now I can't show you them because I have no idea where they went. I had that Spinosaurus and a like green Allosaurus, I think. So yeah. But yeah, those ones are lost. I think that my Spinosaurus might be at the bottom of my toy box, but whatever. So yeah, Hasbro really crapped that one out. They were terrible. Most of them couldn't stand. The paint jobs were terrible. Most of them just consisted of one plastic color and maybe one overlayered paint job. If that, you know, the T-Rex was just as bad. You know, everything was just bad, low quality, everything. It was so cheap. I remember those. Those were the cheapest things ever. It was terrible. But jump to 2018 now, and we have these, which probably brought them back. And actually, hold on. In Jurassic World, they also didn't have the eggs. They had packets, and they're like clear tubes, and they didn't have any candy. They at Jurassic World, they didn't have any candy of all whatsoever. I think that I did see like like a popsicle, like a sucker opening thing, and it was like the Indominus Rex and T-Rex. But I don't really care for that. But you know, there wasn't really anything like that. However, for Fallen Kingdom, they do at least have candy eggs. They don't come with many little dinosaurs like this, but you know, they're still, at least they still made them. I mean, that's good. And you got the Dolph's Candy Fan. But jump to 2018, and we got the mini action dinos by Mattel, and these ones are super good. One of the best ones. These are probably my second favorite. Jurassic Park 3 has to be the best one. If Jurassic Park 3 ones had one or two points of articulation that Mattel gave us for this line, that would be there would be no contest at all. But yeah, these definitely come at a close second. Now I just gotta say, these things are awesome. They're not as expensive as the Hasbro ones were. The Hasbro ones were like $6. These are only like $2.50 or something. They're pretty cheap. They're pretty affordable. You know, it's like really, I mean, it's like why do they need to have this? But you know, it's just the cheap version. You know, it's not really like with Hasbro's, like this is a huge, or this is like a mini thing. You know, this is like a big thing because you know it had been around for the whole entire it had been around for you know like I think it was 22 years for Jurassic World. You know, so it was kind of a big thing. And, you know, the toys overall were terrible. And those two were also terrible. Oh, storm's coming up. But, you know, this is just like the mini cheap version of, the big ones. Because they're just, scaled down versions of the bigger ones. So they're really good, with the sculpt. Like, this tiny little thing has like a better sculpt than what the big toys, like the big expensive toys from Hasbro had. And this is like a $2.50 little thing, and it's got a great paint job. It's got like brown with like a little dot for the eye. You know, it's got like a cream underbelly. You know, I mean the nails aren't painted, but whatever. You know. It's got like this dark wash over the whole entire body. It's so good. And it's got like a point of articulation. That's so good. You know, because all of their mini action dinosaurs have at least 1 or 2 points of articulation. So, you know, that gives in for lots of great things. You know, like, maybe if you want to have like, a little mini diorama for, like, little mini people, you know, like, mini people and, like, your mini action dinos, you can have, like, that, you know, it's pretty cool. So, you can have them in the standard position, or a, you know, a pretty, you know, a dynamic pose. So, I'm starting to run out of time, so I gotta sort of wrap it up. So, ranking, the mini dinosaurs from least to greatest, or greatest to least. Jurassic Park 3 comes first, because of the great paint jobs, and poses. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes second, because, you know, the articulation, the great paint job as well. And the Lost World ones probably come third because, you know, whatever. And the Lost World ones, come third because, you know, like, they glow in the dark and it's really cool for, like, little kids to have. Jurassic Park comes fourth. As sad as it is to say, they were just pretty low quality, but, you know, they were, again, just like a little cheap version. You got candy out of them, so, yeah, but, and obviously, Jurassic World comes last because Hasbro sucks. Yeah, so, that's pretty much it. I mean, for the Fallen Kingdom ones, out of a score of 1 to 10, on its own scale, because the Thrash and Throw T-Rex gets a 10. Most definitely gets a 10. On its own scale, though, for the mini action dinosaurs, I would have to give these, probably like, maybe like an 8 or something. They're pretty good. You know, they're just really nice, very rubbery. I like how they're rubbery, you know, they're super rubbery, and the cool thing is, like, if you turn the head, it actually looks like the skin is, like, moving. Look at that. Look at how you, like, move the neck. It looks like the neck is actually, like, moving. And now, granted, it has huge feet, but whatever, you know. Little mini dinosaur again. And, you know, you got the little tiny, imprint of the T-Rex stamp of approval this is a Jurassic World product. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna have to wrap it up. So yeah, this has been getting tongue-tied now. This has been Introductions. Please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you think about the mini dinosaurs evolution, what you think about them, and how you would sort of scale them up to each other. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So bye.